Howdy folks, Nathan Adlin here with the Fast Lane Car, and you are watching TFL now, and this is Ask Nathan. Now, this is a special episode because I'm in Winter Park, Colorado, and behind me, this is the brand new Honda Ridgeline, and I've got great news about this vehicle. In a few weeks, we're going to be putting it up head-to-head with other mid-sized trucks, up to 5. It's going to be a full-on shootout, so stay tuned for that, and that will be on the Truck channel. Now, for those of you who have questions that sent them in to TFL now, Roman, who's behind the camera, is going to be yelling the questions to me, and I'll be answering him directly. So that's how this is going to work. We're going to give this a try. This is an all-new thing. So once again, we're being experimental.
All right, Nathan, Daniel Jordan wants to know, what's your opinion on the best sub-$20,000 commuter car? What would you recommend?
Daniel Jordan, thank you very much for writing in. Right off the bat, I can tell you that the Honda Fit is one of my favorite vehicles in the sub $20,000 category for commuter cars because it's one of the most utilitarian cars out there. It gets great gas mileage and it's a fun car to drive. So that's the one I immediately recommend on top of all the other ones. There's a lot of other great cars in that class as well, but commuting, that's a great one.
All right, Nathan, this is a truck question.
Truck.
Evan Warren wants to know, do you prefer the Chevy with the 6.2 or the Ford with the 6.2?
Evan, you are awesome because that is a hell of a question. Both Chevrolet and Ford build big 6.2 liter V8s that they put in their trucks. And we have one in our, the one that we use actually, our Raptor, uses the Ford 6.2 obviously, but we've had a chance to drive half-ton trucks with the 6.2 from General Motors and they're awesome. Preference, I like the Ford a little bit more. I think it's because I'm a little bit more used to it. It feels like it's a little bit more of a flexible engine. However, the General Motors 6.2 is more efficient. So take it for what you can get, dude, because I'm not too sure. That's the best way I can answer it at least.
All right, Bill Beverly wants to know, should I get the Jeep Wrangler 2016 or wait for the redesign?
Ooh, Bill, that's a really good question. Look, we're not 100% sure exactly when the Jeep is coming out. It's supposed to be for 2018. But if it comes out in 2018, that means you're going to be waiting up to 2 years to get your Jeep. So that's the question. Are you willing to wait that long? I can't answer that for you.
You better repeat these questions in case you don't hear me, Nathan.
Okay.
Zachary Nystrom wants to know, my mom is currently looking for a full-size SUV.
Okay, your mom is looking for a full-size SUV.
She really likes the Sequoia.
She likes the Sequoia.
But I like the Nissan Armada.
Oh.
Which one?
Well, the Armada has just had a major update. It's an all-new vehicle, basically. It's based on the Nissan Patrol overseas, and I had a chance to drive that vehicle, and we have a video on TFL Truck. Now, the Sequoia hasn't really changed very much in years and years and years, so in terms of a modern vehicle with a great engine, I would highly recommend the Nissan. It's great.
All right, last question for this segment.
Okay.
Anakin wants to know, out of the three, which infotainment systems is the best?
Was it Anakin?
Yeah, Anakin.
Oh, like Skywalker.
Yeah.
All right,
Anakin.
cool name, dude.
Connect, Fiat Chrysler, MyLink, IntelliLink GM, or Hyundai BlueLink?
You know, I haven't had a chance to try the Hyundai BlueLink, so it's not fair to answer the question. What I can tell you is that the MyLink system is a pretty easy one to use, and I like using that system. But I can't answer that entirely because, once again, I haven't used the Hyundai system.
Hey, Nathan, did you know that Ridgeline behind you has a unique feature?
It certainly does, and you're going to see that right now. The way it works is this system has embedded components all throughout the bed, and it turns the actual bed into a speaker. So you're able to rock out doing a tailgate party. And here's another cool thing. I'm sure you guys have seen this before, but in case you haven't, this tailgate does a couple things. Opens and closes like a conventional tailgate. I knew that. There we go. Everybody's happy. And it can do that. And then, when Andre wants to go underwater, he can actually take his wet clothes and put them in here. And that's big enough for a couple golf bags, a fairly good-sized human being. But the spare tire's back there too, and that's a little weird. All right, we got more questions?
We do.
All right, bring it.
All right, next question. Ford Mustang EcoBoost or Chevy Camaro Turbo 4? Which is better car and why?
That's funny you mentioned that because a question like that almost wound up on the written version of Ask Nathan, which comes out every Sunday. Okay, honestly, I have not driven the Camaro with the 4-cylinder turbo, so I can't answer the question. I have driven the EcoBoost 4 briefly, and it worked really well. Unfortunately, that's all I can tell you.
Nathan, I currently own a 1997 Ford Ranger with the 4-liter V6.
Yeah, good one.
Two-wheel drive manual transmission, and now it has 250,000 miles.
250,000 miles. I'm impressed.
Okay, I'm a musician, I'm into camping, and I like some more room. I want a passenger car with better fuel economy. What should I get?
Well, if you're a musician, that means you have amps or large things. Maybe you are a drummer and you have drums. So you would probably need something like a hatchback, right? So that's the first thing. You want good fuel economy and you want something that's easy to drive. Maybe consider, there's a couple of hybrids out there that have a lot of component space in them, such as the Toyota Prius V. It's almost a van. It's got a lot of space. And if you want to go a little bit more sporty and have like a sport wagon thing, well, then VAW actually has their little sport wagon, which is just the Golf wagon, basically, is what it is. And it's a lot of fun. You can get one with a 5-speed manual with a little 1.8 liter turbo. Great car.
All right, last question, Nathan.
Okay.
You guys say that the crossovers and SUVs like the Ford Escape and the Chevy Equinox are really off-road capable. Would you ever buy one and swap out the tires to make it more off-road capable?
Now that's a really good question, because what we would love to do is be big enough to where we could take these vehicles off-roading by adding our own tires to them and have those tires as the measuring stick for all the vehicles. That way we could really test out their all-wheel drive systems. Unfortunately, we're not big enough to really do that yet. So the answer to your question is yes, of course, change the tires if you're going to be going off-road or if you're going to be in a lot of snow. Snow tires for people who actually live in the snow, you will not regret it, not for one moment. I highly recommend that.
Why are you wearing a Fiat hat?
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. I never wear car brand hats, but I forgot to bring my hat to this event and we are way up and it is super sunny and Fiat had some stuff laying on the side, so I decided to wear it. And it's actually a pretty spiffy looking hat if you ask me. Thank you so much for joining me. Remember, we do this every week. We'll be seeing you next time. All right, Randy sent an email to Roman and to TFL Car, and it was sent to me. He tows a 5,500 pound travel trailer and it has a tongue weight of 720 pounds. And his question is, which pickup truck would be best? He needs to drive the truck every day and occasionally tow, it sounds like. So, Randy, you said that you are looking at the F-150, the Ram 1500, and the Nissan Titan XD. But that's all you gave me in terms of details. So it's difficult to ascertain exactly what type of driving you're doing every day, where you're driving, and if you have a family and you want to stuff them inside the vehicle. The Nissan Titan XD has recently been usurped by the Nissan Titan half ton, which is